Hey, my truth seekers, how are you guys doing? I am running a little late. Guys, sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and start my live. As you can see, what the topic is going to be about Daddy's Daycare. Martell Holt's his kid's first day back in school, which he had took a picture showing us, that he had took the kids. Like I say, guys, this right here is just a little too much, man. But my day was very, very long, guys. I usually start my live at 7 o'clock, but man, I was just doing so much. You know how it is, our day never end. I was out there, on the road, went and got my teeth clean, and then I came home and cooked, which I wanted to make a little cooking show, guys, to show you how we do it down here in the South, man. But let me go ahead and see if I can show you guys a little bit. Which tomorrow I might go ahead and show you the full video, but I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing on that. Let me see if I can show you, man. I was just cooking. I mean, like I say, when there's our day never ends.
How it came out, and I'm
This
gonna go
right
ahead
here,
and play
what
it.
I turned it, muted. But this right here is what I came home and cooked. It's called
Turn my
I
stove
call it a
off.
shrimp stew. It's with shrimps, smoked sausage. Some
Turn my
people can put
stove off.
bouillon in it,
This
but I
is
put
how
beef smoked sausage and shrimps and potatoes. And
I'm
this
gonna
dish
have
right
dinner, so I
here
hope I can
is
get with
very
you guys
famous
at 7 o'clock so we're ready to talk.
down here in Louisiana, and we all fix it different. I remember Big Frida. You remember when the ladies had went on Real Housewives of Atlanta had went down to New Orleans. Big Frida had fixed it for them.
About
So I'm gonna show you guys how I went
these
ahead and
people on Love
cook it.
American
But
Healthcare
maybe tomorrow I might
outside
go
of the
ahead and
show.
show it to you guys because I'm running a little late. But it was real
So
good. My
this is
husband,
how I
he
plate.
had
Yes, I
enjoyed
use
every
a
bit
paper
of it.
plate because I'm not gonna wash
So
no
like I said, I'm gonna
dishes.
go ahead and start
But this
my
is how it
live.
came out.
Make sure you
And I
guys,
hope you
like, when you
guys
come
enjoy my
on,
little
hit like,
cooking
comment,
show.
and share these videos
And I'm
for
gonna try to
more
see if I can go ahead and
unapologetic
come on
content.
at
And
7
also,
o'clock
I want
so
to
we can
go
go
ahead
ahead and
and
talk
give a shout
about
out to Twitter
Love and
because
American
I keep
Healthcare.
forgetting
I
to
see. Talk to you
shout
later.
out Twitter because I'm on YouTube as well as Twitter, guys. Just go ahead and charge it to my heart. Like I said, I'm still trying to go ahead and figure all this
Let me
stuff
see how it
out, which
tastes.
I'm kind of, getting to it. It's kind of pretty getting there. I'm starting to enjoy myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my live, which Mattel had brought the kids for their first day back at school, and I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and add it to. Let me see if I can go ahead and add it to. So I'm still trying to work it out, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, read some of the because he had posted on his IG. Let me see that y'all can see it. Yeah, y'all can see it right here. He had took his kids to school for the back to school for the first day, and I love the way that he had them dressed. Got them looking like little girls because today how these people, especially these young parents, man, they look like they just throw in and everything on these kids. I believe let them stay little kids as long as possible. But Martell has said certain things as parents we shouldn't miss. I won't miss birthdays, holidays, school functions. Well, I guess I ain't missing anything. Happy first day to my fifth, fourth, and first grader, smart and very well rounded kids. Which, those times like that, these kids, they gonna always, always remember stuff like this, and that's very important when you don't want to miss days like this. And I guess, and I'm gonna say allegedly, Melanie, she didn't show up. She had showed up, but when she did, she had showed up late. Now, I don't know if Melanie had got the call and said that Martell, was on IG putting pictures on, on IG, and that made her come on, come to the school, which Melanie, she had came, you know, what I saw, it was like a full face of makeup. So I guess she had to get herself together before she go to the kids' school and make sure that her hair was, laid. But, for the first day of the school, and the kids going back, it's not about her, it's about the kids. And, I don't know how, everything, had happened. But like I said, guys, when it comes to stuff like this, the kids always the ones that, at the end is, gonna get hurt the most. And that's why I sat there and say, when it comes to stuff like this, it's time for the big the grown-ups, to go ahead and draw the line and just say, enough is enough. But Melanie had said that she had went there early to go and give her kids a hug, and then she went back and went brought them lunch. But I don't know, guys. Like I say, this right here is just a big mess, And hey, Frida, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just talking about, daddy daycare. Look like Martell, he's, like I say, is all about the kids. And he made sure that, his kids was in school, and on time. And Mel, I don't know if she was tired or, you know, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But, it's just, you just got to put things aside and just, think about the kids. The kids come first. And I know they love their kids, so we are the ones that's looking from the outside in. But, Melanie, she got so many irons in the fire. She wants to go out there and pursue a career, and that takes time. That takes a lot of time. But those kids, each and every day, just the small things, the kids gonna always remember stuff like this. Don't matter what it is. Because we can go out there and say we doing this and that for the kids and bringing in the money. The kids don't see that. They don't understand that part. All they just want their parents together. Want to see their parents, even if they co-parent. Because stuff like this, that's very special when it comes to kids. And I don't know, but I know tomorrow they said Martell and Melanie, they both go to court for, to see Martell going to go ahead and get full custody for the kids. And this right here is not a good look at all, because they're going to take all this right here in consideration, because believe it or not, they are watching. They watch social media to see every reaction, everything that's going on. And that's why I said, guys, when it comes to these reality shows, it, it's going to bite you in your butt, because you putting your life on display, and people expect that, they should be involved in your life, even in your personal life, not knowing when you come on that show is a show. But when it comes to these reality shows, they don't look at it like that. They look at all this right here, that this is these people's lives. So that's why you have to be careful. You have to be careful what you put out there, because whatever you put out there in the atmosphere, it's going to come back at you. And I know that Melanie, she's pursuing her career at her age, but she have 4 kids, and not, you know, 4 small kids. And at this time right here, they need you, especially their mother. Those girls, they need their mother. And nobody is trying to tell Melanie to go ahead and put her dreams, aside, but also you have to weigh it out, see if this is what, God has ordained for you, because she, opened up for Monica. And I mean, That was horrible. It was like a nightmare. I don't know if they did check, or they just threw her out there, because it looked like she wasn't even prepared for it. It looked like that stage where she was on was even too big for her. So maybe people, they want to do their go and pursue their dreams, but sometimes maybe you may have to make sure that if it's really your dream, or it's just you know make sure that you have a gift, because some people they figure that, look at Kim. Let's use Kim Zolciak. Her dream was to sing, but we see how that played out. She was just like a one-hit wonder. You don't hear anything about Kim Zolciak no more. Her only hit was "Tardy for the Party." So I don't know, because I don't know if Melanie, because her vocal, the way she sing, and I'm not putting her down or anything. What I heard, that was mediocre. You know, Frida said maybe she feels she deferred long enough. Go ahead and break that down. I don't quite understand what you're saying. Let me know what you're saying, because I don't quite understand what you're saying. But sometimes, like I said, when you have kids, and I'm not saying that you're supposed to stop living, because that's not how it's supposed to be. But also, you want to put your kids before anything. And before Mel went to that school, as you can see, Mel, her face was beat. She made sure her hair was together. Like I said, oh, it's not about you. Not at all. They even showed Ariane Curry. She had posted a picture when she brought her child to school. She had a cap on her head. She looked like a mom, a soccer mom. And like I said, I'm team right. I'm calling it just like I said. I'm not picking a side, because there's enough stuff that's going on out there as is. When I was telling you guys all this stuff about Ariane Curry was a lie. I knew it was a lie. And you guys who follow me on my live, good and well already that spoke. All that stuff was a lie. And that's why Ariane, she need to go ahead, just like I had said, she need to go ahead and get her a bodyguard. She definitely need a bodyguard, because no way that I would step out of my house knowing that I got that much haters. Because when people have to make up stuff and make up stuff like this, hey, that right there, I'm gonna take serious, because they got a lot of crazy people out here. And you don't know what these people do, because they take this stuff personally. Look how now they want to attack this girl business. And I take that personally, because of what had happened to me. Why would you want to go and attack black businesses, people that's trying to make it? I don't give a care what this girl have done. Like I said, you can't make a man do anything that they do not want to do. And I've been on it on both sides. Like I said, I know exactly what Melanie is going through. But still, of all is done, it's over with. It's nothing that you can do about it. Frida said her dreams, maybe she feel it now or never. It could be, because like I say, opportunity only comes once or twice. Opportunity just don't just all of a sudden show up regular. It's once in a moon or whatever. It doesn't always happen. And while she have doors open, go ahead and get as many doors open as you can. But also you have to take consideration that you have very small kids, because they don't understand about the money part. Because I remember when Raleigh had called her mom Candy out, Candy Burris, that plays on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She had said that Her mom never home. She was taking care of her child, her last child, not the last child, but Ace. She called her mom out. She even called Tide out. Because those kids look at those things like that. And it's going to affect you, and it's going to affect them, and it's also going to hurt you in the long run as well. Because you're going to wonder why your kids are standoffish, and why they are distant, and why they doing this, why they being rebellious. We put a lot of stress on our kids as well. And that's why I say, you're gonna know if you have a gift, yeah, pursue that gift. But if you ain't gifted, come on now. I know you're not tone deaf, and people is not tone deaf. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. And they got a lot of people that cannot sing, but they great performance. But if you can't sing and you're not a great performance, and I'm not talking about melody, I'm just talking in general. Some people need to check themselves. Maybe that is not your calling. Some of us operate out of our own, you got to operate in your own lane. And when it comes to Melanie, maybe business is her lane. And being in the entertainment is just her dream. A dream. The nanny, I'm sure, was taking care of the kids. I don't even think that the kids have a nanny. I don't even remember him even saying anything about the kids having a nanny. I know when he go places, he always bring his kids to his mom. And when Melanie goes places, she bring the kids to her mom. So I never heard anything about nannies. Martell is very hands-on when it comes to his kids. Like I say, he's very tradition. He's very tradition when it comes to his kids. But tomorrow they go to court, and a lot of this right here, the judge gonna see all this. The judge gonna see all this right here, and this is not really a good look. See if I can the judge gonna see all this. And that's why we have to be careful. And I'm not trying, like I say, I'm team right. Over here is team right. I'm calling it like I'm calling it like it is. Sorry about that. I had every time when I try to go ahead and get out of one screen, it disconnect me. I don't know why it does that. I don't know who took the pictures. You talking about with Martell when he was bringing his kids to school? I don't know who took the pictures. Maybe he had someone that a parent, another parent that was taking the pictures. I don't know, but whether he took the pictures and posted on IG, that's he do what he wanted to do. That that's his kids. And sometimes like I say, things happen for a reason. Because now we starting to see what's really going on. Because he talked about a lot of stuff that Mel was not doing in the home. He talked about that. He said Mel, he had to come home and he had to cook, he had to clean up. He talked about all that. He talked about all the stuff that he had to do. He had to bath the kids. He talked about all that. So, like I said, I don't know. Time gonna tell, because see, we looking from the outside in. So time is gonna tell who gonna get full custody. Martell gonna get full custody, or they just gonna keep it the same. But I'm pretty sure someone kept records, and those kids are at an age right now where they could speak up for themselves. Trying to see if I can yep, those kids are at an age right now where they can speak up for themselves. So you don't know what the kid's going to tell the judge, because I'm pretty sure that the kids, they're gonna talk to the judge, their therapy or somebody, they're gonna talk. Because believe it or not, kids,
So look,
they take
I hope them
consideration
are
of
similar
all the
today.
stuff that's going on with
Hopefully
the
not, but
kids.
literally, I'm back at this school for the third time. But no, I came up earlier a little while ago. I just wanted to come give my babies a hug and tell.
Now she said that Melanie had said that she had came to the school to go and give the kids a hug. So that's trying to tell you right there that she didn't make it on time. And the reason why, most likely, as you can see right there, she didn't
Now
make
I'm
it
about to
on
bring it to them.
she didn't make it on time, is because she was too busy trying to make sure that her face is beat and her hair is laid. So why she have to be made up just to go to her kids' school? See, people not gonna talk about nothing like that. People is not gonna talk about nothing like that. Because if it was my kid's first day back in school, I'm not gonna worry about my face beat and my hair is laid. I would do just like Ariane Curry. Yes, what she did. I would have put a cap on my head. Why does she have to sit there and she have to she didn't have to entertain nobody at school. She didn't have to entertain nobody at school. But like I say, the judge gonna look at all that. And all the ones that's sitting there adding into all this, making up all these lies, you people need to stop it, because you know good and well when it comes to Melanie, she embellishes the lie as well. She embellished the truth as well, because Carlos King had caught her in a bunch of lies. So Melanie is not as innocent, guys, as you think she is. And I'm not trying to beat on Melanie. I'm calling it just like I see it. Frida said maybe while she was at work, right? I don't know if she was at work or not, but I know that the kids, they had to be in school. The kids had to go to school. So quite obvious, Martell's still dressing his kids. So I don't know if they're going to play all this right here on next season, when the new episode come on. I don't know if they're going to show all this. Most likely, they probably show all this. He probably had people out there to film so he can show that footage, what's going on. I would do it. If I'm fighting custody for my kids, I'm going to make sure that I record everything that I do. And the reason why, because like I said, people, they embellish the truth. So I will keep records of everything I do, but most likely he don't have to do it, because the kids gonna say what's true or not. The kids not gonna lie. One thing about kids doesn't lie, not with stuff like this. So if the kids sit there and say that they wants to be in their dad home, they don't want to be bounced from place to place, then the judge gonna take all that in consideration. Because all you guys out there, y'all looking at what the mistake that this dude did. But like I said, that is not until the end. He ain't the first and he ain't the last. And y'all might not want to hear it, but all men cheats. They may not cheat with out with another woman, even if they thinking about it, another woman. That's cheating as well. The Bible talks about that. Hi, sophisticated brat. I wanted to come on and I said I was going to start doing my live where I want to make sure that I show you guys come on show you myself but like I said, I was tired, guys. I was so tired today, because I wanted to face up, but I was so tired. I mean, I had a long day today. I was out there in the field. After that, I went to the dentist to get my teeth cleaned. And then after that, I decided to come home and cook. I wanted to do a little cooking show for you guys to show you how we hold it down here in the South, with our Southern cooking. It was just, but I was so tired. I was so drained. I didn't come on my live until I think like 7:30. But I wanted to face up. But guys, I am exhausted. But I had to come on with this. And also I wanted to talk about these lies. I mean, these people ran with them lies talking about Ariane Curry. And guys, that when you follow me, when you come on my channel, I always go for the underdog. I'm gonna always go to the underdog. If I see a crowd all going one way, I'm going the other way. I don't run where the crowd runs. And who follow me knows I'm like that. And the Bible talks about that. When you see a crowd, everybody running one way, go the other way. That's how you're going to know how to decipher what's right and what's wrong. Because see, like I say, a lie going to run faster than the truth. So if everybody running to the same place, then you're going to have to examine that. You're going to have to check that out. And me, I goes against the grain. I don't jump on the bandwagon. And like I say, whether I sit there and get people on or not, the Bible say if one or two together, they are mine in the midst. But I'm team right. I'm going to call it just like I see it. Thank you, sophistication. Sophisticated, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna call it just like I see it. I can't jump on a bandwagon. I can't. And there's a scripture right there in the Bible that talks about this. When you see everybody running the same way, go the opposite way, guys. Never run with the crowd. Never. Because the Bible call it a dead carcass. I'm going to call it like I see it. That's just me. And like I said, we won't know anything until tomorrow, because tomorrow around about 2 o'clock Central, Melanie and Martell, they go into court. They will be in court. And I'm pretty sure that they got statements from the kids school and everything. Because when you make a decision like that to give one person sole custody, trust me, they did a lot of investigation about this. They investigated this. They even pulled the kids on the side and everything. And I know about all that. I also was a foster parent, so I know how it all worked. I dealt with childcare. I know exactly how all this worked. We place kids from babies, from newborn babies, all the way up. into dealing with stuff like this. So I know exactly how it works. So everything that goes on, trust me, they charting it down. And before you know it, the judge gonna have a list, a long list of stuff that's going on. And now we live in this technology world. Everything is on camera. You don't have to chart down anything anymore. All you have to do is show them the camera because it's already out there. And one thing about pictures don't lie. Usually it's the other way around. The everybody ain't telling the same lie. It could be like that too. It could be like that too. But if you cannot make it on time to see your kids come go back to school, their education, and you home getting you a full face of makeup and making sure your hair is laid, that's not a good look. So quite obvious, she made sure she was taken care of first before she go and see her kids. And I can't say allegedly because that's exactly what it is. When she drove up to that school, Melanie drove up to that school, her face was beat and her hair was laid. And that's what we see. Like I say, pictures does not lie. Pictures does not lie at all. Yeah, some people are born manipulators, but like I say, when it comes to Martell, I don't know these people from a can of paint. I only can go by of what I see. And I know a thug is not going to sit there and claim their kids. And I know a manipulator is not going to go out there and set up businesses. And see, people that don't have nothing never will have nothing. They can't see the whole entire picture. Because see, when a person is a good man from a thug, because a good man, he's going to hold his house down. And one thing I know when I watch this show, Love and Marriage in Huntsville, Melanie said out of her own mouth, nothing was lacking in her home. But her husband, but she said when her husband was home, her husband treated her like a queen. He pulled her chair out. He opened the door. He did all those things, brought her flowers, everything. And that's why maybe she came out with her first song. I can't think what her song was, but she couldn't really tell the signs. But she knew what's going on after 6 years. Tell me what woman will allow their husband be with a mistress for 6 years and not know what's going on. So I'm with Miss Wanda with that. Yes, I'm with Miss Wanda. Melanie most likely knew she like Miss Wanda called her sister wife. Maybe she was so worried about that image, her and Martell image, where she didn't want to let things go. She liked it like that. Well, not like it, but she accepted. He accepted. Because if the minute that I found out that my husband was cheating, trust me, he would have cut it off. He had to cut that off. No longer he would have been able to see if I was going to continue with my family. But once I took my husband back, then I couldn't hold that over his head anymore. We all have a right to agree to disagree. Go ahead and talk, Special. What question you have, or what you disagree about? And like I said, like we all have a right to agree to disagree. And that because at the end of the day, is only one's opinion or what we go by, what we see on the show. And like I say, these people don't put their entire life on the show. even though people think it, that this is these people entire life is on this show. These people only show you a portion of their life on the show. Frida said, when they are treating you that nice, you will put up with it. About what Miss Wanda said, I don't know, but Miss Wanda had said, Special K, she had said that Melanie knew about the relationship. She knew that Ariane was in that relationship for 6 years. And when she left, and when Melanie had left and went and got an apartment, she knew about that. That was one of the reasons why she left. And when she came back to him, most likely he still had feelings for Ariane. So I don't know, but what we do know is that they did get a divorce. We know that. But the thing about it, when she got a divorce when she got on that show. Now, would she have gotten a divorce if she was never on that show? If her life was never on display, would she have gotten a divorce? I don't know. Would she continue with that relationship? Because if I knew that my husband had a mistress for 6 years, no way in the world I would want to even have another baby for him. So quite obvious, by she sitting there having another child for him, she accepted him and his flaws. And even though she said, she thought that they was going to go ahead and get back together when he went and stepped back out. So, like I said, that part is over with now. It's like beating a dead horse. They divorced now. So what else could you do? Maybe it was a business relationship they had. Maybe it was that. Where they only was together because they have accomplished so much. I couldn't understand that. I definitely could understand that. Especially when you have $1 million businesses, I can understand that. You think Melanie was going to just hand over her life to another woman just like that for they can go ahead and slide in and I don't put in all the work? Heck no. Heck no. If it wasn't easy for me, I'm not going to make it easy for the next woman. No way I'm not going to do it. Just like I said, if I don't want the crap, it can be in my front lawn. You better pass it up. So I understand what Melanie is going through. You can't tell me. I cannot talk about nothing that I don't know about. Especially when you have accomplished so much. And I know, guys, like I tell you on all of my videos, it's only material stuff. But still of all, I'm not going to sit there and work my fingers to the bone, and let some woman just slide in it. I'm not going to do that. It don't work like that. So you can't just tell a person to go ahead and just leave. And most people that will say that leave, they really don't have nothing to show for themselves. But these people, they had a lot of stuff. These people had built many businesses. And there's no winners in this. No one is a winner. And I understand what Melanie going through. It hurts. Yes, it does hurt. Yes, it does hurt. But what could you do about it? It's done. It's over with. But move on. Either you accept it or you move on. And they decide to go ahead and move on. But the thing about it is, you got kids now. So it's not easy as just saying it, because now kids, and very small kids, 4 at that. I think the oldest is like 10 or 11. So you got small kids. And I understand what Melanie is going through. And then it hurts. It really hurts. Especially when you know now that your husband has cheated on you, got another baby on you, now taking you to court for full custody. That hurts. But you also got to know what's best for the kids now. We have to take our feelings and we have to put our feelings on the side. Because now it's not about Squatty Dotty or anybody. It's about these babies. So we have to take consideration what's best for these babies. So if those kids are in a stable home with a roof over their head and in their bed, their own bed, and don't have to be, like I said, bounce from one place to another, then wherever they are stable at, wherever is a solid foundation at, then go ahead and keep the kids. Keep the kids there. Because the lifestyle that Melanie is in, those kids can't travel with her. It's very hard when it comes to the entertainment industry. Very hard. So how can she be about that life and also be a full-time parent? Somebody tell me right now. Tell me. I'll wait. Tell me. Nothing good is in the entertainment industry. That ain't nothing but a dark, dark, demonic world. That's all it is. That will chew you up and spit you out. I think the youngest for Melanie, I think the youngest is like 3 or 4 or something like that. I'm not sure. The music industry is very hard. And I know it's hard. My baby sister is an actress. And she's been in Hollywood, in California, Brentwood for almost 15 years. It's hard. That's a dog-eat-dog world. Ain't nothing good in that lifestyle. Because once you sign that contract, you have signed your life to the devil. Every last person that I know, unless they are very strong-minded, they will come out demonic, bowing down to a false god, Illuminati. Ain't nothing good gonna come out of that. And that's why we have to stay in our lane. Melanie have a good head on her shoulder, a good business person. Her and Martell, they were good for each other. But Martell, he stepped out of his marriage. And that's what we're talking about today. Yes, my sister is in a movie. She was in several movies. College, sorry, but when my child started school, I was never in the picture. It was all about them. The judge would see that act. Well, like I say, different strokes for different folks. When I brought my kids to school, I was in the picture. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. All the pictures when my kids they first day of school, I was in the picture. Even with my grandkids, we went there, and we was all in the my grandson his first day in school. We was all in the pictures. All of us went there. You as well. It was like a graduation, especially the first day, because we like to see, every kid, walking around dressed up in their nice little clothes and stuff, coming back from the summer vacation. We was right there. But see, different parents does different things. And me, I'm very traditional. My son, all the way until he learned how to drive, 16 years old, when I was bringing him to school, we'll take a little selfies. I have so many pictures. His school, all inside the school, his friends, everybody, we take pictures. And it's easy for us to say, why he's in the picture with his kids, because Melanie, she wasn't there. So maybe he wanted to show people that he brought his kids to school, which most likely he did. I'm like I say, I'm team right. He did it, but it is what it is. Cause I'll be sitting there trying to, I won't be true to myself if I won't look at it both ways. Yes, he did it. He took that pictures with his kids because he wanted everybody that watched this mess, this train wreck, he wanted them to see that he brought his kids to school the first day, back to school. And Melanie, she should have just, if I was Melanie, I wouldn't have never got on Instagram. I wouldn't have never even said not one thing, because most likely somebody must have contact Melanie and say, Martell is on Instagram posting pictures, letting the world know that he brought his kids to school. And by she's coming on with those excuses, saying she went to school to give her kids a hug, the kids was already in class, most likely. So I would have just, I would have just took that L. I would have just took the L. I would have just went ahead and took the L. I guess he probably was using it because most likely that's going to be on that show, Love and Marriage in Huntsville. So I guess he needed some footage. That, believe me or believe you or not, that footage gonna be on that show. So I'm not gonna sit there and tell you no lie, but it is what it is. It happened. If it was the other way around, I believe Melanie would have did the same thing. But like I said, these people signed up for those reality shows. They signed up for their life to be on display. So when you sign up for your life to be on display, right there, that's what's going to happen. That's the mark of the beast. Stuff like that is going to happen. Well, not the mark of the beast, nature of the beast. Stuff like that's going to happen because you guys decided to go ahead and put your life on display, knowing that your life was a mess. So, this, like they say, all money is not good money. No way in the world. If I know that my life was as messed up as their life was, no way in the world I would have brought it on a reality show. And I promise you guys, I know the guy that sat there and helped Melanie get on that show. At least he said that he helped her. And I will say allegedly. But when you put your life on display like this, you put your life, you live open like that, And especially when you have children, you have to take consideration, because at the end, the only ones that's going to get hurt, and that's the kids. That's the kids. The kids are the ones that's going to get hurt. And no one is telling Melanie to go ahead and put her dreams on the side. No one's telling her that. But she also have to realize, is it a dream? Is it just a dream? Is it just that? You see how fast Kim Zolciak, she sat there and got out of it and grabbed her, a young man, and started her family, because she knew that being in an entertainment industry, first of all, it was not her call. She was not gifted to sing. It was a catch. Don't be tardy for the party. But that was like a one-hit wonder. She had her 15 minutes of fame, and then she woke up. She came out of that reality. Not at all. Free to say, do the kids look depressed or something? Not at all. Do they look depressed to you? Not at all. The kids cried. Now, the kids that cried on the show, when Martell and Melanie had got into it, when it was at the office, they had some kind of conference meeting. And Martell had took the kids and they went into the car, but the little girl, she broke down crying because she wanted to see her mom. But quite obvious, stuff like this happens, when you're going through a nasty divorce, stuff like this happening. But like I said, guys, we're going to know tomorrow. We definitely will know tomorrow how all this is going to play out. And they go to court at 2:00. So we will see how all this is going to play out. If Martell going to get full custody. And if Martell get full custody, these people, they had, the judge ain't going to just give you full custody unless they have a reason. They going to have a reason. And that's why I don't get all into what these bloggers are saying, because most of these bloggers, they're going to say anything because they're getting monetized off of this stuff. But I already told you. I told you guys, I say that stuff was not true. Because believe me, if they knew that all this stuff that they were saying about all, especially Ariana Curry getting beat up, good well, if TMZ and the Shed Room didn't have it, they didn't post it, it wasn't true. 9 out of 10, it wasn't true. But they ran, them hungry vultures, they ran with that story because they wanted it to be true. They want it to be true. Because, see, they'll make up anything or anything. Long as they can get them a check from YouTube or whatever. They gonna make up anything. But I couldn't sleep at night. I don't know about you guys, but I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep at night if I know I got to come on here and make up stuff. Yeah, I did that. That was part of my business. I did all that. Yeah, it takes time, a long time. But, but trust me, those people, they have their paperwork. And especially if the kids are getting therapy. And if they getting therapy and Martell went and he asking for full custody, quite obvious the therapy is going to be on Martell's side. because no way in the world, I don't think that Martell would have marched his tail to that courthouse knowing that the children's therapy is disagreeing with them. I know exactly how it worked. Exactly how it worked. Trust me, this right here is not overnight. This is not something that's overnight. These people have a paper trail. Because I cannot sit there and say that I can go ahead and ask for full custody. It don't work like that. You can't just all of a sudden just say, oh, I want to get full custody. No, they have to have some kind of legitimate reason to go ahead and give one spouse full custody or take the kids out of the home completely and place them somewhere else. So it's a paper trail, trust me. Because there's no way in the world that Martell will be sitting in court tomorrow and asking for full custody. No way. Because I know exactly how it works. So the only way that if when it's split families like that, those kids have a therapist on deck, charting everything. And each time when it's Melanie's time, and when the kid's not under her roof in their bed at her house, and they are somewhere else, trust me, they have a paper trail of that. And the oldest one, she's a daddy's girl, so I know she's reporting back. And don't talk about the other one, the what they call a boss baby. Now she more of a mama's baby, her. But she'll tell her mama everything. She even told her mom that daddy was with another woman. When Melanie took her kids to go and spy on on their dad, and the kids saw their dad out with another woman. Why would Melanie do something like that? And Melanie is a school teacher. I don't know if she thought that was good script or what, because it reminds me of that movie with Gabrielle Union had played, when a woman drove up with her children, and the little boy, he opened up the van and told his dad, told her something about, take your hands off of my daddy. It sounded like it was scripted, so it looked like she watched that movie and wanted to play that scene and put it on television. See, like I say, when it comes to these people, they don't take consideration that these kids are being hurt at the end, because they have sold their soul for almighty dollars. No way in the world, I would have sat there and put my kids in all that, because these kids are growing up. And the thing about it is that the parents, the grown-ups, they are worse than the kids. The kids are more mature than the grown-ups, because most likely it's going to be the grown-ups is the one that putting all that stuff in the kid's head. Come on, guys, wake up. It's time for this to stop. Most girls at that age, when they admire dad, he can do 6 months, she can get 6 months. Yeah, they could split it up. And that's what they're doing now. They both co-parenting. But quite obvious, someone is slacking. Someone is slacking. And the thing about it is that, these kids, especially your girl and your boy, because like I told you guys on one of my videos, the devil is after the seed. He after the kids to mess up their mind. And these days, these devils, they don't even want the little girls. They want the boys now. They want to turn the boys out. So you got to be careful where you place your kids. All them different spirits getting inside of your kids with them perversion spirits, perverted spirits. You have to be careful. Just call me old fashioned, but my kids is not going to sleep at no anybody house. They ain't sleeping at nobody house. Those are my kids. No, free to say, do dad have the 3-year-old? The 3-year-old, what you mean? The 3-year-old Melanie's kid? Yeah, he have all Melanie kids. He's not gonna split his kids up. He love all his kids. Now the bonus kid that they have, he's with his mom, but his mom is home. And from the pictures that she showed, she was, very happy to bring her daughter to school with a cap on her head, looking like a soccer mom. But when it came to Melanie looked like she was going audition, like she was going to a fashion show when she was just going to a kid's school. And then I know, she's a celebrity, but come on now. Put that hat aside for that day. That day was not about you. That day was about the kids. That's just to show you guys we live in a messed up world. That's why we have to be careful of what we do. We have to be careful because those stupid mistakes that we make, it does not just affect you, it's affect everybody that is attached to you. We have to be careful. But what could you do about it now? It's done. It's over with. You can't keep beating a dead horse. That's why I say with this world right here, we live in a world that love is on. These people these days, they don't take their vows serious. They don't take those vows serious at all. But I believe, like I said there and say, men gonna be a man gonna be a man. A woman don't think like that, but a man gonna be a man. And some of them say, some women say, well, I know my man is not cheating. I said the same thing. But they will say that because they never got caught. But these days, honey, trust me, they got cell phones with cameras now. Cameras on everybody now. You're going to get caught. And you're going to be plastered all over social media and everything. You can't do that no more. You can't go out there and thinking that you're going to have a side piece and nobody's not going to know anything about it. Especially these days, these women ready to sit there and destroy a marriage or relationship. I don't give a care how good that house is. You go out there and you step out on your marriage, believe me, it's going to be on social media. It's going to be on Facebook, YouTube, every social media outlet, especially when you're a celebrity. Ain't nobody can get away with nothing no more. So we have to learn to think, because when we making those bad decisions, it's not just going to affect just you, especially when you got small kids. And them kids, they are hurting because they wants to see both parents. And like I said in here, it's unapologetic and it's unbiased. I call it as I see it. I leave no rocks unturned. And in here, like I say, it's only grown folks, people that been through it, been through hell and back. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Nothing. What goes around, come around. Nothing is new under the sun. Has anyone seen her with her dude? I don't know what you're talking about, Frida. Break it down. Let me know what you're talking about. Like I say, there's no winners in this. Not at all. And I understand exactly what Melanie goes through. If I can talk to her, I will tell her, I understand exactly what you're going through. Especially when you have built up so much together. Just to have one mistake, just have someone out there to mess it up. And now you have to dissolve all your businesses. And I understand why she stayed in it, because that's a lot of work, guys. Everybody say, oh, she need to just jump out and just leave. These people that's saying that don't have a pot to you know what and a window to throw it out of. Because when you sitting there, you got all these businesses tied up. It's not just easy to just jump out and just jump out. Especially when you have employees and have people depending on you. So just because my husband went out there and did what he did, then all of a sudden I suppose just throw it all away. You messing with other people's lives too. So you just can't sit there and tell a person to get out of it. And I promise you, the ones that sitting there saying that, trust me, they looking from the outside. They're not looking at the bigger picture. Trust me, it's not easy. That's why I sit there and say, guys, make sure you think before you do anything. The lady you talking about, Melanie, do she have a dude? I don't know. She have a boyfriend. Most likely she do, because she's a very beautiful person. Most likely. Yeah, he was a repeat offender, but he was a repeat offender with the same woman. Now he may have somebody out there besides them too, but the ones that we know of is just her. I don't know anybody else. Nobody ever came forth and said that he was with Martell. The only person that I saw Martell with, and that was just for publicity stunt, and that was what's her name, Sheree on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we already know that was just a stunt. That was just for the cameras. That looked fake, 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 fake. But the only person that I know that he was with, and he had a relationship with her, he said he loved the two women, and that was his wife and the one that have his child right now, Ariane Curry. So you can't say that he was a repeat offender. He had a relationship with her, you know, for 6 years. 6 years. I don't know how she could have done it because I wouldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it. I don't care how much he's given me, how much money. I couldn't have done it. No way in the world that I would have, 6 years. I couldn't have done it. And soon the minute he got out of his divorce, you know, he didn't put a ring on her finger. Not that we know of, because sometimes she says she married to him, and then sometimes she say she don't even want to have nothing to do with him. So I don't know if the two of them are married or not. Go ahead, Jacob. Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and I live in the woods, so let me go ahead and shut my blinds. Okay, I'm back. I had to shut my bedroom blinds. What you have, Jacob? Jacob, what question you have for me? But like I say, it's not an easy situation. It's not an easy situation. But can I ask about inflatables? I don't even know what she's talking about. I don't know if that's a question, or you can ask anything that's containing to this topic right here. If it's contained this topic right here, you can ask. If it's not contained to this topic, I will block you. If it's something crazy, because it got some very, very, very crazy people, especially when you have to sit there and make up things, just to sit there and get monetized. When you have to make up things, because like I said, at the end, the only ones that's going to get hurt, and that's the kids. And you don't want your kids to sit there and get hurt, not like that, because of bad decisions. Because, like I say, that's a generation of curse. And it's time for someone to sit there and cut that head clean off. And say, no, not in my family. I know I did it. I cut that generation of curse. I cut it, and I know that generation of curse can be broken. But the Bible say the way you have to train up a child in the way that they shall go. And the kids feeds off of you, because it's your job to sit there and show them the right way. That's why the Most High God put those kids in your life. And you will be accountable for everything that happened to those kids. Because the Bible says, blessed are the kids, because they are the peacemakers. So we have to be careful of how we, things that's happening around our kids. Because you don't want to ruin those kids, especially, black kids. We've been through so much, with all these generational curses. It's time for someone to draw the line and say the buck stop here. This is serious, especially with the kids. So time will tell tomorrow, guys. And like I say, in here, like I said, this right here, you're going to eat meat. And I try to see it from both sides. And it's never no right side with this, especially when you have kids involved, small kids. Melanie, she wants to pursue her career. She wants to be a part of the entertainment industry. But You got to pick a side because you can't drag those kids up and down, the road with you. You can't do that. Because then the kids get exposed to all types of things. And this is a very, very cruel world out here. Very cruel world. Very cruel world. You know? And especially as we see right now, is a lot of attack on the kids. You know, the devil, is attacking the kids, attacking the kids in the schools. All this stuff that's going on in the kids. I mean, in the school. So much stuff is happening. Where they making decisions without the parents now. So much, those kids are under so much pressure. But the thing about it is that it's the grown-ups that are being the bullies. That's sick. I mean, I sit there and I watch Ariane Curry. These people sit on this girl live and attacked her son, attacked her child, 1-year-old child, called her child special and challenge. Now you tell me right now, is that an act of God or that's an act of the devil? And they are so busy worrying about Martell cheating on Melanie, but yet you guys lying on people just to get y'all channel, get y'all channel monetized, just to get money, just to make content. You guys putting stories out there without fact checking. So who is worse? Tell me who is worse. A lie is a lie. A lie is just like a cheater. Because y'all didn't do no fact check when y'all ran with that story about this girl getting beat up. Long as y'all was getting traffic to y'all channel, that was good. So you know better than what the Martell is. He's a cheater, but you a liar because you're stealing money. That's just like stealing money. Because you knew that was a lie and you guys didn't fact check. You ran with it. I even saw some content holder where she even had the paramedics. She had the paramedics, the ambulance was used as her thumbnail just to draw traffic, clickbaits. But yet you quick to call Martell a cheater. People that you don't even know, don't know what arrangements that these people made. But yet you got clickbaits, having people coming on your channel knowing that all this stuff was a lie. So to me, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. You know worse. These people are weird, guys. These people are weird. They're weird. And like I said in here, it's unbiased. In here, you're going to get the truth. Because I stand on the truth. Two wrongs don't make it right. That's just to show you that we have some very miserable people. Very miserable people. Don't have nothing to do with their life. And especially when you guys are attacking this girl business just because you don't know how to make or come up with a business. So now you want to attack this girl business? Talking about her LLC, telling people to go run on this person channel or this person blog, go run to her and see what she posts about Ariane's business, trying to attack her LLC. You guys are too personal in people's life. How can God get the glory out of all this stuff? Have you ever heard the more mud that you sling on somebody, all you doing is building up stepping stones for that person? You the one building this girl up where most likely she's going to walk through that door. Because guys see who behind the scene, some very evil, malicious people. This is not your fight. A bunch of trolls. That's all that is. Hungry trolls. People that don't have a life at all. Probably don't have 2 pennies to roll up together if it was not from YouTube. That's not right. This is sick. I didn't set my channel up even if I make money or not. But yes, I do want to get monetized because you cannot muzzle an ox that's plying the field. But I'm not going to sell my soul for this. No way in the world I'm going to sell my soul for this. Whether you follow me or not, but I'm going to stay talking about the truth. Because that's all I know. My truth. I'm going to stand on the truth. Because I know sooner or later the truth going to find its way back home. Because I stand on righteousness. But 2 wrongs don't make it right. And the stuff that you guys are doing when you are attacking people, children, attacking their business. That's not right. That's not cool. Because I promise you, today could be her, but tomorrow it can be you. And when it's you, you might not be able to handle. You probably lose your mind. So be careful who you throwing rocks at. Because the same rocks that you are throwing at gonna come back and boomerang on you. Because trust me, karma knows your address as well. All is lying. You mean the thirst is that real, guys? Where you got to come on YouTube and make up lies? And the ones that's trying to preach truth, tell the right stuff, they said there they get stomped on, get demonetized and all this, but you guys can come up and make up all these lies? That's just to show you we live in a sick world. We live in a very sick world. You guys are demonic, very demonic. And like I tell you, don't come on my channel, unscribe to me right now. Please unscribe to me, because first of all, I'm not getting paid for this. This is my ministry. Unscribe to me right now, because in here, when you come in here, you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get no watered down line commentary. You're going to get the truth. Because our people are the ones that's doing the most. We quick to blame, oh, it's this person, it's that person, it's the white man. No, it's you. You are your worst enemies. How can you attack people that you don't even know? When the ones in your face, you give them a pass. I'm pretty sure you got a lot of stuff you need to deal with in your own personal life. I'm pretty sure. But you better be careful, because you don't know who you're messing with. Because you never know. God might be listening, and he might sit there and change his mind, or whatever he was going to do to Martell and Ariane, and backfire on you guys. God might have a change of mind and say, I'm not even going to mess with them no more. Your sins are forgiven. But I'm going after the ones that's sitting there, these bullies, doing this malicious stuff. These people not nowhere want to go, want to know the truth. They ain't worrying about the truth. Probably be miserable, very miserable people. You guys are sick. You guys are sick. When you attack people that you don't know, you're sick. This is a freaking reality show. And whatever happened in these people's personal business, that's between them and God. But you guys are too personal in these people's business. Too personal. And I pray to God right now, because, honey, I am power packed, that all this dirty stuff that you guys are doing, our people are doing, I pray God, the God will stop you in your tracks right now. Every last person that ran with those lies, knowing it was a lie. You knew this was a lie. You know worse than a cheater. Because anytime when you got to use a clickbait just to get somebody to come on your channel to sit there and get viewers, so you can sit there and cash whatever the little pennies that YouTube is giving you, because I know it's not a lot. That's just to show you some thirsty trolls. Some very thirsty trolls. Go get you a job. That's what you need to do. Or start your business. Yeah, you're right. They need to let go and let God. God got this. He knows what's going on. He ain't gonna never bring you to something where he won't see you through it. But these people don't even know God. They are so far from God. Like I said there and see, many are called, but few are chosen. But these people are walking in darkness. Not all of us are God's children. It's sick. We live in a sick world. Too much stuff is going on out there. Too much. And like I told you, when it comes to these reality shows, nothing but a distraction to stereotype the black people. And you guys just feeding in their hands because you love drama, because you're miserable. Miserable people. You love drama. And that's why nothing good is going to ever come to you guys. Nothing good. You're going to always want. You're going to always lack. Always. Nothing good is going to come to you. Because we focus on the wrong stuff. Instead of taking your eyes off a man and putting your eyes on God. Bunch of hypocrites. You're a bunch of hypocrites. Because you know good and well that is not of God what you guys are doing. That is of the devil. Because you don't know these people from a can of paint. These people pass you by on the street, they'll look, they probably won't even see, they probably see your tail on fire and won't even piss on you to put it out. But you guys so involved in these people's life, stalking these people. Because you don't have a life. That's why. This is a sick generation. You guys not ready to come out. You're lost. You're not ready to come out. So we need to stop playing the blame game. Because we are not ready. We still have a long ways to go. Because we love putting our foot on our brother's neck. Knowing none of us are righteous. None of us. We all fall, but we get back up. None of us are perfect. Because if we was perfect, we won't be on this side of earth. We won't be here. Wake up, people, and get it right. Because we living right now, we living in some end times right now. So much stuff is going on. All I could say, just don't be caught up in it. Because today is them, but tomorrow it could be you. So guys, with all that being said, you all have a good night and peace out.